Hello, this is Dr. D. Now that you've had a chance to read the syllabus, I want to talk a little bit more about the syllabus. Share a few thoughts with you. Your grade is based on the number of modules that you complete in the course. The more modules you complete, the better your grade. So in essence, you get to decide what your grade is going to be in the course. And so I want you to make at least 90% on a module in order to pass that module. Well, why did I pick that number of 90%? That's the minimum grade I feel that you have to make in order to master the material. And that's what the purpose of this course is. Not for you to get a good grade, but for you to master the material. So that when you go to your next course in chemistry, when you see these topics, you'll be able to breeze right through them. Learning theory says that we need to see things 2 or 3 times before we really understand and learn the material. And you'll be learning about how to learn chemistry as one of the very first modules that you do. And so then that's what your grade's going to be based on, the number of modules that you complete. So let's look at that for just a moment. And so to get an A, you need to score at least 90% on the syllabus quiz and have it submitted on time. And we'll talk about that in a minute. 90% on the learning chemistry module, which is module number 1. And then 90% on any of the other 11 modules, all submitted on time. At least 80% on the final exam. So that ought to be your goal, is to make an A, to do that. Now there are 14 modules in all in this course, not counting the introductory module, which is what you're doing right now, looking at the syllabus. And so in essence, you get to drop 2 modules if you want to work toward an A. If you want to work toward a B, the goal is a little bit less. Instead of 11 modules, you'll need to complete 10 on time. You only make a 70 on the final exam. Make a C, it's 9 modules and 60 on the final. And D, 8 modules and 50 on the final. And if you don't at least do that, that's where you get an F. And we just don't want to talk about that, do we? And so it's important that you set a time each week, several times during the week, to study. Now this is a 1 credit hour course, but doing it in an express term means you're doing it double time. So the amount of effort that you're going to be putting in this course is going to, in essence, make it seem like a 2 credit hour course. And so 2 modules a week. They'll start and you'll have 7 days to finish it. They open at midnight and they finish up at 11:59 p.m. on the day that they're due. If you want to work ahead, that's fine, and I will be glad to release those quizzes to you ahead of time if you want to work further ahead. And if, for that matter, if you want to hustle through and finish up in 8 weeks and go ahead and take the final exam early, you can do that. Just be in touch with me. But don't rush through for the sake of rushing through. I think you're far better off doing the 2 modules a week for the 7 weeks of the semester and really letting that material sink in, because it's also, when you sleep on things and let them soak in over a longer period of time, you're better off at retaining the knowledge and skills that you learn. And that's what I want you to do. And so I realize that life happens. Things come along. You get sick, you want to leave town for the weekend, whatever, and you might need some extra time on a module. So you want to start off the semester with 4 tokens, and you can trade these tokens in for a 24-hour extension for any of the modules. But you have to ask no later than 12 noon on the deadline day for that module. And I will do my best to respond back to you before I leave work at 5. But you have to ask by 12. And so you could actually use all 4 tokens up at once and get 4 extra days on a module. Or you can break it apart and have 4 different modules, each have a day added onto them. So use them wisely. The best thing to do is wind up at the end of the semester with 4 tokens still in reserve. And so if you have any questions about the syllabus, please email me, and I'll be glad to answer them. And you will be taking a quiz on the syllabus to make sure that you understand the different parts of the syllabus. Once again, I want to emphasize that since this is an asynchronous course, which means there's no regular class time, that you can log in and do this anytime you want, it's best that you set certain days, certain hours, or certain days to sit down and do the material. There'll be videos to watch, material to read in the book, and problems to work in the book. Don't wait till the afternoon or evening that both modules are due at the end of a week and have to be in a rush and try to finish those up. Because if you do that, you'll be past the 12 o'clock deadline for the extension. And it's not the great way to learn. You really want to learn and master the material. So I wish you well. Good luck on the syllabus quiz. Thanks for tuning in.